Um, I'm going to say something pretty point blank. Um, if your life has been hell on earth uh, for pretty much most of your life, your entire life has just been hell, there's a pretty good chance, a very high chance, a very, very high chance, and, uh, and you were targeted from a young age by either Satan or people or, either one. If you feel like you were definitely targeted and it seemed very strange that you were attacked at a young age, like when I look back at some of the assaults when I was young, they seem kind of strange because almost like someone took over them to attack me. And I know that sounds crazy. It's almost like it seemed like uh, it was way out of character, you know, like something else was uh, behind it besides just a human attacking me. It did seem kind of, and I know it sounds strange, but when I look back at it, some of the attacks were like, man, that was a little over the top for for what happened, you know, when I look back. But anyways, I'm just saying, if your life has been hell and you've lived a very hard life and you couldn't figure out why, you know, there's a very good chance, a very, very high chance that you are important to God in some way. Um, Even if you don't believe it, even if you don't think it's true, even if the way you're treated doesn't make you think it's true. Um, Even if you think all the damage you've taken, there's no way that God gave a damn, uh, type of thing. There's a very high chance that you actually are valuable to God. You are someone that He loves uh, the most. Well, not the most, but like a lot. Um, because I do feel like um, God was closer to certain people or certain souls because He knew them longer. He created them a long time ago, so He knew these souls longer. So God cared about them first, kind of like how Jesus was one of the first. So um, God cared about him a lot. Um, but the way Jesus was targeted as well, they knew that he was important to God, so he was targeted. So um, Jesus isn't the only person that ever walked the earth that God cared about a lot. There's a lot of different people out there that society doesn't even know about that God cares about a lot. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know if God cares about each person equally, in my opinion. I don't know. Or if he cares about some more than he cares about others that are, uh, you know, pretty much taken over by psychopathy and they're not really there anymore. Uh, I don't know if, I'm sure God cares about who they are deep down that's buried. Uh, I don't know how that works, But anyways, I'm just saying, and I don't think it's a far stretch, that if your life has been very difficult, like since you were a kid, there's a very high chance uh, that you are very important or valuable to God. Like, uh, God loved you a lot. And the enemy knows that. The enemy knows you. The enemy recognizes your spirit. They recognize you, your soul. That's why they targeted you, because you were recognized by the opposition. That's my opinion. And I don't really know. I thought about this as well, that, and I know all this sounds crazy to a lot of people. I know that, but I don't care. um, anyways, I know it'll make sense to somebody out. I know it will. If anybody thinks like me and lived similar to me, similar experiences, it'll make sense. um, but and I was thinking about um, if God unleashed, like, set Satan uh, to target me initially, like Satan was obeying God's command by targeting me to see, to test me, to try me. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, to strengthen me, to see how well I could withstand it, without tapping out, you know, um, to maybe make me into the person God wanted me to be eventually, uh, because I have a lot of experience um, being targeted by all sorts of things uh, that not a lot of people know about, um, both in the spiritual and the physical realm. But I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. I'm like, you would think that the people God cared about a lot would be protected completely. You know what I mean? Would be totally protected completely. That's what I thought for a lot of my life. I'm like, man, God loves that guy because he's so blessed, and look at all the money he has. Look at the family he has. Look at all that. God loves him. You know, I thought that, but I think the opposite is true. It's the person that's been targeted and treated like shit his whole life, been persecuted his whole life, been through everything pretty much in his whole life. That's who God cares about. I don't know about the most, but a lot. um, it seems like, even though that person that's being persecuted isn't really living a visibly awesome life and isn't living an awesome life visibly, um, God still cares about that person, uh, despite that. Um, that makes sense. So it's not just Jesus that's closest to God, or is there's other people on the planet right now that have been through hell that God loves, um, on a very high level, you know. Um, that's my opinion. So if you've been through a lot of hell, you've been targeted most of your life by family, friends, co-workers, religious leaders, you name it. There's a high chance that God cares about you a lot. I mean, a lot, a lot. uh, um, and you know, you no one is exempt. Not even God's closest friends on the planet that have probably known God forever, eons before they were born on the planet. But anyways, that's all I'm saying, is that if your life has been hard as hell to the point where like you have nothing around you anymore, you have no friends, family, nothing, chances are God loves you a lot. I know that sounds crazy, but so it doesn't matter what all the people said about you the whole time. Chances are that the opposition was behind all that. I call it the enemy was behind all that, trying to tear you down, cut you down, tear down your self-esteem, call you crazy, nonstop. You know, if you've been hearing that shit most of your life, chances are God cares about you a lot. So take comfort in that, and I guess your mansion will be in heaven, if not on the planet, on this earth. It'll be in heaven for sure, for enduring what you went through and still continuing forward. Even if your life sucks, you still go forward. Your reward may be very great in heaven for doing that, for pushing forward when you didn't really want to anymore. And because I do think God notices your uh, effort, like your forward effort, like even if you don't think you're improving at all, or you don't feel like you have a purpose on this planet at all, you don't know why you're here at all, God still sees your forward movement, and so He'll still try to help you because of that forward movement. You know what I mean? That's what I've learned. It's just like if you keep on going forward and do different things, and you're still going forward, then you'll be helped. But I think everyone's helped regardless. But like even when all of society uh, forgets about somebody, you know, they drop off the grid. Uh, they didn't really drop off the grid in God's vision. Uh, like I said, I've been all over this planet, different places, different locations. God knew where I was the entire damn time. The entire time, God knew where I was, my location, the state I was in, the whole damn time. He knew it, where I was. Uh, Nobody else cared. No one else really knew where I was. God knew where I was, you know. So you're never out of the sight, basically, um, wherever you go. And I guess I have gotten kind of lazy and complacent of like, even if I'm not really enjoying life, God still has my back. Even though I'm not enjoying life, I kind of hate it here on the planet, you know, God uh, still cares, I guess. Ugh. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents, and I don't care who makes fun of me for it. That's what I think. Is if you were cut down most of your life, called crazy, treated like a crazy, treated like some leper, treated like shit, basically, treated like a non-human, chances are God loves you the most, or a lot. You know what I mean? And I guess I feel like um, maybe people can see that God loves you and they hate that or something. Maybe. I don't know. I just thought of that right now because, you know, I don't know. Because I have been targeted as if, as if they know me better than I know me. They target me as if they know me more than I know me. That's happened quite a bit in my life. It's just like they can see something in me that I can't see. I don't know it's there, but they see something. And that's happened a lot, you know, especially when I left my family of origin, was getting targeted as if they knew something about me already that I never figured out yet and still haven't figured out yet. And it's like they know something about me, this opposition on the planet. They know something about me enough to keep targeting me over and over and over in different bodies. You know what I mean? It's almost like the same kind of entity is targeting me in different bodies, you know. And that's kind of why I keep going partly. I partly keep going because I know I've been targeted a lot. I know that. So I'm just like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna keep on going. I don't give a damn. I don't care how much I hate myself. I don't care how much life sucks. Just because you guys targeted me, and I know you guys targeted me on purpose, more than once by different people, just because of that, I'm still gonna keep going. Even though I don't want to be here, I don't give a damn. I'll still keep going because you guys targeted me. That's why. So, anyways, I'm just like, this world is ridiculous. Who would have thought this life would be about being targeted all the time by different entities? Who would have thought this life would be about that? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I'm growing up on this planet to be targeted by my own family. I'm growing up to be targeted by people in society. I'm growing up to be you know what I mean? Who thinks that like that, you know? But that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And I know that's what happened with a lot of you guys. It's just like who thinks that life is supposed to be like that? But that's how it turned out. That's how it turned out. It's just okay. They targeted me for some reason, you know. But anyways, that's partly even even though I may have no future, I may have no hope for a future at all. I still keep going because I was targeted more than I can't even count how many times I was targeted by different people, different times, different entities. You know, just because of that, I keep on going. I'm like, fuck you guys. uh, but I know some people like that's crazy talk. Why would they target somebody that isn't even known on the planet? Why would they keep targeting a person that's not even known? You know, not famous actor, not an athlete, famous athlete, not known to the masses. Why would this no name nobody keep getting targeted as if he was somebody famous or something? Like it makes no sense, you know. But that's what happens. We get targeted like we're somebody important in society or something. Like we're known, but we are known, but not to society. We're known to God. That's who we're known by. And the enemy or opposition out there, I call him the enemy, they know that uh, we're known to God, and they know what they know that somehow they could recognize me or my spirit at a young age, and I truly believe this. They recognize me somehow. The enemy recognized me and started targeting me from that age, from a young age. That's when the targeting really began. Was when I was young, uh, and I don't know if God made that happen to strengthen me. I don't know if He did that intentionally or God's not allowed to do anything for a while and just let Satan do what he does for as long as he does. I'm not sure how that works. um, so, but I know whatever Satan does on the planet, no matter how much effort is done to try to destroy, in the end, it benefits God somehow. Somehow it always benefits God somehow. No matter how ugly it is, no matter how much damage is done, no matter how much havoc Satan does over and over and over to all these good people, you know, constantly, it doesn't matter. Somehow it benefits God. God can make a flower out of all that, grow somehow, out of all that ashes and darkness. God can turn it around and make like one flower grow out of there. So don't ask me how God does that, but somehow He can grow a flower out of nothing, out of the ashes of whatever Satan does. But um, I would laugh. I would think it's funny if if Satan didn't really know that he was helping God the whole time. Like he didn't really realize it. Like all his efforts, he doesn't know that he's helping God somehow. That'd be pretty funny. You know, I think so. Um, like, cause Lord knows he tries. Lord knows, you know, to destroy people. You know, um, that's it. It would just be funny if uh, Satan didn't know that he was helping God the whole time. If he didn't realize that, you know, especially if Satan thought he was winning, you know, that'd be pretty funny if Satan thought he was winning the whole time. I don't know. I just think that's funny for some reason because that's a lot of effort. Lord, that's a lot of effort, for sure. Trying to take people down, that's a lot of effort. So, anyways, basically, what I'm saying is, uh, if your life has been hell on earth, um, for most of your life, chances are, uh, God loves you like a lot. So, and the opposition knows uh, that God loves you a lot, that you are somebody to God. The opposition knows that, and that's why you're targeted all your life, basically. So that's just my 2 cents about that. I was thinking about that today. I'm just like, even the closest people to God before this life, mainly, um, not even they get an easy road. Not even the closest people to God get an easy road or an easy path at all. If anything, the closest people to God get the hardest road. Maybe not as hard as Jesus's road, but we still get a hard ass road. That's all I'm saying. And it may not seem like there's any rewards for it, but there may be in the afterlife. I don't know. There's rewards for all the hell you went through and surviving it and still going. There might be some reward for that in heaven or wherever we go. Um, Anyways, that's all I wanted to say for this video. And I will talk to you later.